Hey guys, eman here, and I like to move it. I like to move it. See guys, magic does exist because Tim Sweeney always finds a magical way to kill an entire season's hype within the first 2 weeks of it existing. So guys, if you're familiar with this channel, you already know the deal, but for those who are new, I'm not too fond of this Timothy Sweeney gun. Okay, we're getting ahead of ourselves. The main point of this video is to talk about Fortnite's future, not Battle Royale specifically, but the entire ecosystem of this entire game. I don't like doing too many topical videos, but this one is warranted because it makes me worry, not just as a content creator, but as a simple consumer of the product that I grew up with for the past 5 years. Fortnite is an amazing game. I love the gameplay, I love the story at the moment, and I sometimes love the community surrounding the core epic game modes. But the direction that the higher-ups want to take this game is not really ideal to me, and while they can do it, I feel like not only it won't succeed, but it's also not a great idea when you technically already have something that's just like it. So let's take a dive into why I think the future of Fortnite and Unreal Engine might turn into a historical disaster. Look guys, I know it's not a normal video, but hey, stick with me. I think I actually have some pretty good talking points. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever these YouTubers say nowadays. Now, because I am a person with an actual brain, I don't think that entire showcase at the State of Unreal was all doom and gloom for Fortnite, because the non-Fortnite announcements were actually pretty good. Some of them might even be announced for Fortnite, so let's just go over that quickly. Unreal Engine 5.8 dropped, and the main focus about the update was to improve performance across the board for Unreal Engine titles. And not only that, but they also made a lighter version of Lumen specifically for the Nintendo Switch 2, so it would make the games on that platform more likely to hit 60 FPS with Lumen on, meaning that we might finally get Lumen on the Nintendo Switch 2 version of Fortnite. That is amazing, and I really wanted that to happen as a Switch 2 player. Oh yeah, and we're also getting Simpsons within UEFN. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's basically all the positives I can think of. There were a lot of negatives to this story, and yeah, they're not all good because, for example, it's coming in the near future. When you launch the game, it will auto-scroll you to the Discovery tab, meaning that creative is essentially going to be the first thing you see when you log into Fortnite. That is a really bad change. Like, they announced that 47% of the entire player base interacts with the UGC content within Fortnite, meaning that 53% of the player base essentially plays to the core game modes of Fortnite that is produced by Epic Games themselves. But I'm going to put an asterisk on that, because you have to take into consideration that that 47% is probably split up across every single creative map out there. So the player base is way more spread out than, you know, the 53% of players that plays the Epic Games core modes. In my eyes, this Discovery change is basically trying very hard to make the main menu of Fortnite be the main menu of Roblox, essentially, because the lobby stuff is still going to be there, just, you know, we're gonna force you to look at a creative map for some Epic Games modes that are sprinkled in as well. But Tim Sweeney doesn't want this game to be Roblox. That's why he personally says he wants to save the gaming industry from Roblox with his gigantic metaverse that he tries to push. He doesn't say the word metaverse anymore, but we know what you are. His massive plan is to make Unreal Engine 6 essentially be a hub world that has the center of Fortnite, but anyone can be able to develop games using the Unreal Engine 6. Your Fortnite skins will be able to carry over across multiple games, like actual video games, and everyone gets to be in the exact same ecosystem. This sounds like NFT! But I have one giant concern about this plan, and it's because we technically already have that. Okay, I want to put this idea in the most basic sense and see if you understand what this idea is, okay? It is a massive hub world where you get to buy games that were made within Unreal Engine 6 and are able to carry over your purchases across multiple games. Doesn't that sound very familiar? Like something that any Fortnite player, any Rocket League, any Fall Guys player, any player in the Epic Games ecosystem already uses? That's right. It's because it's just an Epic Games launcher. You already technically have what you're already trying to achieve, and that is the Epic Games launcher. All you're trying to do is make a glorified Epic Games launcher that takes up more space than the regular game launcher. Like, let's break it down even more. Carrying over purchases across multiple games, you already figured that out with Fortnite and Rocket League having cross-game ownership. Your cars can get transferred to Fortnite and vice versa. The only difference is Rocket League is currently on Unreal Engine 3 because it was left behind, and Fortnite is on, you know, the mainstay of Unreal Engine because they want to use it as a showcase game. If developers really wanted to, they could just implement this feature into their games currently with Unreal Engine 5. You can validate, hey, I bought this game through the Epic Games Store or link your Epic Games account, and you have this subsequent skin or sidekick within your Fortnite locker that you can use within this specific game, and we'll validate your purchase through Epic Games so that system can be there without doing all of this metaverse crap. I personally do not think that you need to do this entire hub world in order to achieve this dream. You can just do it within Unreal Engine 6 and not compromise the ecosystem of all of these games trying to make a glorified Epic Games launcher. Just focus on what you already have and try to improve it, because the Epic Games launcher seriously needs some help. We don't even have custom profile pictures yet. Fortnite specifically doesn't even have its thin client yet, which was promised at like what, this point more than a year ago. What makes you genuinely think that you will be able to pull this off when, trigger warning, I'm about to mention something I always mention, laid off 1,000 employees and pay it off 1 billion smackaroonies to UEFN devs? Maybe I'm not that smart, but I'ma be honest, the math ain't mathin', and this doesn't make that much sense to me. Don't get me wrong, I do believe in a metaverse for Fortnite. I believe in an Epic Games curated metaverse for Fortnite made by the devs themselves, not within this user-generated content era that we are within video games. You're trying to be the killer of Roblox, yet you're basically trying to be Roblox at the same time because you are allowing user-generated content within your platform. That is personally why I feel this entire plan might fall on everyone, especially Timothy Sweener's face, because you are saying that you're listening to the player base, but at the same time you keep doing these backwards decisions that people are screaming that they do not want, but you're so delulu that you really want to go through with this. So yeah, I personally feel like the Fortnite metaverse thing is going to fail, because it feels like that they are way in over their heads and are trying to change up the entire gaming industry when it's already dwindling right now. I'm not a video game analyst, nor financial expert, nor a great developer, but I am a consumer and I should be able to talk about these things, because I personally feel like this is the wrong direction for the game going forward. Maybe I should finally make that video of what I want Fortnite to be. I've been having that on the back burner for a few months now, but that's a story for another day, like most videos I do. So yeah, that's all for this video. Have a good day or night or whatever time zone you're in. See ya!